Welcome to This Week in Spiral Knights. They have actually brought back Winterhaven. It was gone for maybe a day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thoughts? But they brought it back in. They after the winter event ended, they actually took it out. Last year, they left Winterhaven till like March, April, May, June. I don't know. It lasted for too long, honestly. But it's kind of nice that it being back. We don't get to see it for that long, so I'm kind of happy to see it for a couple of months at least. Maybe a whole season, 3 months. Give us 3 months of Winterhaven. I'm not too angry about that. This week in Spiral Knights, we actually did have some game updates. There was a further release to the Crucible editor. We are now able to create Super Brawl levels. Okay, that's just this. Full details can be seen here. There was some patch notes. So further improvements to the editor. Sky Islands, props added. Ground tiles and walls can now be freely used if they don't connect to the level entrances. That's huge. More clockworks, ground configs added. Cleanse pad and heal pad can now have their parameters tuned. Added a new signal, capture, team ID, center anything, sharing the control point stack. I've seen some people talk about this being very interesting for the level editors, because basically what you can do is, like, you don't need to stand on a capture point to get a point, which means you can have some fun mechanics like hitting a specific switch. Potentially there's different types of maps and different ways to get capture points, so it might expand the possibilities of what the PvP aspect could look like. It might be less, fighting. It might be more puzzle-esque. So that will be interesting. There's a trance shrub placeable won't make great cubes anymore. They fixed the oil slicks. They fixed bugs with using the X2 wide clockworks railing, and fixed a lot of little bugs with missing or duplicate tiles. Just some more additions and cleanups for the Crucible editor, which is always appreciated. This is just kind of explaining how it works. Over to the Reddit, there wasn't too much more. We have Night Launcher Android, first public beta release. Ooh. Wait, this is huge, actually. Night Launcher on Android now. Kinda pog. Hello, Sir Dank. Good name. Respect. Well, this is interesting. I guess you can play Spiral Knights on Android if you want to. I have seen some people do it already. Why is it giving me Windows instructions? I'm not going to look too much into it. I'm pretty sure it is to be able to play Spiral Knights on the phone. So if you want to play Spiral Knights on your mobile phone and see how that is like, I guess you can do that now. Very nice. Cool from the Night Launcher team, I suppose. That's fun. Build to destroy Deathless, Fearless, Rigadoon only. Plus piercing sprite. I want to see this. Wait, this is the last post, by the way. We've got ready. Ah! Scroll up, please. Who posted this? Darkest Moonshine. Okay, the build is Black Cat, Swift Strike Buckler. Literally only Fearless Rigadoon. Nice. It took him 40 minutes. I mean, it's piercing into full, like, piercing resist enemies, so... How much does he do? 30 damage. And he's got the mask rate for the poison, so that he has poison stacks constantly. How's the boss fight look? Nice run. Honestly, respect for committing to this. The boss fight must take 8. Oh, God. It's half the fucking video. He spent like 20 minutes in the boss fight. That's crazy. Well done, respect. Twitter. This is what's going on Twitter. Let's move on. I thought I'd show you guys that. That's why I've stopped showing you things on Twitter, because that is what's on Twitter. YouTube, the only thing that I saw of note was this. Starlight Cradle Loop. Someone rendered a little thing. Kind of interesting, because you can do this in Spiral Spy, but with the actual Spiral Knights assets, but they kind of recreated like a Spiral Spy-esque thing. So this is pretty cool. Very cute. Doggy. They've kind of went all out, low key. Like they even had the Skylark in the back. Like that's a massive render. I don't know how they figured that one out. That would have been so hard. Spiral Knights would probably run better on your phone than your toaster of a PC. Nice, Benson. Okay, well that's everything on the YouTube and internet side. Let's go over to the Discords. I think Night Launcher, they should mention some stuff on announcements wise. Just the game updates, that makes sense. Was there any Night Launcher updates? They did. They fixed this for a local version detection and fixed an error with a Night Launcher. They don't mention the Night Launcher mobile thing here. That's interesting. I would have thought that they would post about it in the Haven Discord as well. I'm surprised about that, but okay. Arcade announcements should just be the game announcements. I don't think there's anything else. There's no community events that have popped up. Yep, that's just talking about that. Energy market. Have we had any changes over the, I suppose, lead off from Christmas? 4,700. I feel like it's going up. What happened here? It dropped 500 crowns in like 12 hours less. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 4 hours and it dropped 500 crowns. Okay. Insane. Random midday shift. That's kind of interesting. Announcements should be the same. I don't think there's too much happening in Spiral Nights outside of the Crucible things. Hopefully we get some new maps from people. We're still waiting. There's meant to be a Java update for Spiral Nights, which is like the big update that we're waiting on. They said it would happen in January. I don't know if it would, if it actually will happen in January. I feel like that, you know, right after Christmas, I feel like it might be hard. That they're going to have less time on their hands, I would think. But kind of nice. They reintroduced the Winter Haven. We got a couple of other things, new updates. They're still pushing some content out, so that's pretty cool. That is everything in this week's Spiral Nights update. And I will see you guys in next week's This Week in Spiral Nights.